are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor.
Well, hello, you gorgeous mother truckers, you excellent rebels, you. Yes, we are rebels. We didn't intend to be, but we kindly got put there because we dare do something called tell the truth, which in this country, the one up here, it can lead you into a lot of trouble because, God forbid, you have an opinion. Any case, talking of opinions and talking of ridiculousness and stupidity, Mpox. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the new deadly virus is about to sweep the world and kill us all, and the left wing are going into meltdown over it. And so are, well, United Nations. United Nations Geneva, that's the World Health Organization, declares Mpox virus a public health emergency of international concerns. It's the highest level of alarm under international law. It is clear that a coordinated international response is needed to stop the outbreak and save lives, says the completely unelected, paid for by the elites, head of the World Health Organization. Yeah. So, any case, as you can see, there you go. That's what's said. So we now have a new deadly virus that's coming out. Fortunately, our nurses are preparing for the pandemic by getting in those dance classes. Just in case, because you never know. But it's just literally funny, very, very funny. For instance, there's this little baby. There you go. Now, shingles is known as a vaccine side effect, and monkeypox is hide side effect. See the same picture? Now, you may think that, it's just somebody on X who's created that image to belittle it. Well, not so much. As you can see, I'll just zoom that in for you so you can see it a little bit clearer. There you go. In Australia, look, it's Wally Shingles with pictures and rare monkeypox case reported from US, first time in nearly 20 years, all you need to know about it. And it says here, monkeypox is a rare and potentially serious viral illness. There's characteristic like flu-like symptoms, like the vid, as fevers, chills, coughs, colds, headaches or swelling, and lymph nodes, etc. Or commonly known as the shingles. Now, should we be terrified by this new, clearly being pushed disease, Mpox? Well, let's have a look what the NHS website says about it. Well, here we go. So, Mpox, as you can see, it's from the NHS, and this is today's thing. So, Mpox, previously known as monkeypox, we have to give it a new name, is a rare infection most commonly found in West or Central Africa. There has been an increase in cases, but the risk of catching it is low. Just any case, how can you get Mpox? Mpox can be passed on person to person through any close physical contact with Mpox blisters or scabs, including during sexual contact, kissing, cuddling, or holding hands. Why you'd want to do with anyone who's covered in blisters or scabs is beyond me. Any case, touching clothing, bedding, towels used by somebody with Mpox, which you wouldn't do. The cough or sneezes of a person with Mpox when they're close to you. Now, we're talking like so you can feel the spray. Any case, in parts of West and Central Africa, Mpox can be caught from infected rodents such as rats, mice, and squirrels. If you're bitten, you touch their fur, skin, blood, bodily fluids, spots, blisters, or scabs, or you eat their meat, and it's not been cooked thoroughly. So it's still okay if you cook it. Any case, let's keep going, because it's now Mpox in the UK. Although more people have been diagnosed with it recently, only a small number of people have the Mpox, and the risk remains low. You are extremely unlikely to have Mpox if you have not been in close contact, such as touching their skin, sharing towels, clothes, bedding with somebody who has Mpox or Mpox symptoms, and you have not recently travelled to West or Central Africa. Or maybe Yeah, you can think that between the lines. Got to be careful nowadays, remember, I live in the UK. Shit like that can get you in prison. Any case, anyone can get Mpox. Okay, anyone. Current cases have been with men who are gay, bisexual, or have sex with other men. Isn't that gay? So it's the NHS. I mean, this is the one that now asks men if you're pregnant before having an X-ray. No, I shit you not. Any case. So, we're all right there. Symptoms of Mpox. Right. Very important. We need to know this, in case you've had sex with another man. If you get infected with Mpox, it usually takes 5 to 21 days for the first symptoms to appear. Now get ready. First symptoms of Mpox are high temperature, a headache, muscle aches, backache, swollen glands, shivering, chills, exhaustion, and joint pain, or commonly known as the vid. A rash usually appears within 1 to 5 days of the first symptoms. The rash often begins on the face and spreads to other parts of the body. This can include the mouth, genitals, or anus, which is probably... Oh, you may also have anal pain or bleeding from your bottom, which is probably why it's gay and bisexual men that are catching it. The rash is sometimes confused with chickenpox. It starts with raised spots which turn into small blisters filled with fluid. These blisters eventually form scabs which later fall off. The symptoms are... Ready? The symptoms usually clear up in a few weeks. While you have symptoms, you can pass Mpox on to other people, and we've covered this. Now, call a sexual health clinic if, important, you have a rash with blisters, anal pain or bleeding from the bottom, and you have either been in close contact, including sexual contact, well up your arse probably, with somebody who has or might have Mpox, even if they've not been tested yet. Oh, more testing! In the past 3 weeks, if you've had one or more new sexual partners in the past 3 weeks, or you've been to West or Central Africa in 3 weeks, or arrived recently in the country from said places. Allegedly. Just get that in there. Stay at home and avoid close contact with other people, including sharing towels or bedding, until you've been told what to do. Call the clinic before visiting. Tell the person who speaks to you you've been in close contact with somebody who has or might have Mpox, or you've recently travelled to West Africa. And there's your advice. Stay at home, call 111. Now, a child has blisters either has been in close contact or may not or might have Mpox. They've not been tested within the past 3 weeks, or been to West or Central Africa in the past 3 weeks. Yeah, there is another bit I could add there, but I don't really want to go to prison. They should also avoid home and avoid contact with other people, including sharing towels, bedding, until what to do. There you go. And then other things, call NHS 111 and wait 10 minutes on hold to be told to not do much. What to do if you have a rash, but you have not been in close contact with somebody who has or might have Mpox and you've not been to West or Central Africa recently, because it could be anything. Right, now this is the most important thing that we need to know because of this critically desperate disease. Mpox is usually mild. Most people recover with it within a few weeks without treatment. Mpox is usually mild and most people recover within a few weeks without treatment. Sounds a bit like the vid. You might have a cold for a bit, but you'll be fine. But if your symptoms are more severe and you become unwell, you may need treatment in hospital. As I said, we're okay, they're practicing, just in case. Risk of needing treatment in hospital is higher for older people, young children, people with a condition who are taking medicine that affects their immune system, which is for every single major disease. Because the infection can be passed through close contact, it is important to isolate if you're diagnosed with it. You may be asked to isolate at home if your symptoms are mild. Vaccination to protect against Mpox. Mpox is caused by a similar virus to smallpox. The smallpox MVA vaccine should give a good level of protection against Mpox. So most people are already vaccinated against it, except for those people who have recently arrived. The NHS is offering a smallpox MVA pack for people who are less likely to be exposed to Mpox. people are likely to exposed include healthcare workers caring for patients confirmed or suspected Mpox. Blatantly obvious, that one. Men who are gay, bisexual, or who have sex with other men, which is gay, and have multiple partners, participate in group sex, or attend sex on premises venues. Staff at these venues are also eligible. That's good to know. People who have been in close contact with someone who has Mpox ideally should have 1 dose of the vaccine within 4 days of contact, and it can be given up to 14 days after. So, there you go. Healthcare workers are usually offered 2 doses of the vaccine. There you go. Men who are gay, bisexual, or have sex with other men. No, that's gay. You don't have to add the other bit, NHS. Offered 2 doses of the vaccine. The second dose will be offered from 2 to 3 months after the first dose. Your local NHS service will contact you when you get your second dose. Important changes to the vaccination. The NHS Mpox vaccination programme ended in July 2023. There you go. But it's still available in London and Greater Manchester to people who are eligible to. If you live in London or Greater Manchester, travel regularly to London or Greater Manchester to have sex, regularly travel to other countries to have sex. Are we beginning to understand how this disease in reality is passed? How to get your Mpox vaccination. At your local NHS service may contact you and offer you a vaccine if you're at risk of exposure. You may also be offered the vaccine alongside other appointments such as HIV pre-exposure prophylaxis or PrEP. If you're gay, bisexual, or a man who has sex with other men, or you're gay, you can get the smallpox vaccine from vaccination sites. Things you can do to avoid or passing on Mpox. Although Mpox is rare, even though the World Health Organization is having an orgasm over it and wants to lock everybody down and get us all into another stupidity thing, you can do these simple things. Do wash your hands with soap and water regularly, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer, which you should be doing in any case. Talk to sexual partners about their sexual health and any symptoms they have, which will be a bit of a deal breaker, but it's important. Be aware of the symptoms of Mpox if you're sexually active, especially if you have new sexual partners. Take a break from sex. Intimate contact if you have symptoms of Mpox until you are seen by a doctor and are told you cannot pass it on. Don't. Very important this. Do not share bedding or towels with people who have Mpox. Do not have close contact within 1 metre. Within 1 metre. No needs for 2 metre separation with other people who may have Mpox. Do not go near wild or stray animals, including animals that appear unwell or dead, whilst travelling in West and Central Africa. Do not eat or touch meat from wild animals while travelling in West or Central Africa. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The World Health Organization getting into panic mode. All the usual left-wing suspects getting into panic mode and going, I saw one tweet from one guy literally having a meltdown over it, about how deadly it is and we're all going to die and you should look after yourself. And why are you all ignoring it? Never, because it's not that dangerous, especially if you're not gay, bisexual, or apparently are a man who has sex with men, which is gay. So we're literally whipping up a fervour over something that is absolutely containable, dealable with, and even has a vaccine, which in reality, most people who are native in Britain have already had the vaccine for. But of course, smallpox is making a comeback, and that's got nothing to do with the millions of people arriving without any medical history and probably carrying it. Allegedly. Any case, now I've done my public health service announcement, I'm done. So, until the next one.
This once great nation, you're ravaged by time with its crushed population.